What's up, guys? My name is MrGreen, and since we just had the DC fandom event and we got tons of awesome trailers, I decided I'm going to review two DC movies related to the two trailers that I would love the most. And the first one I'm going to be reviewing is Suicide Squad. So Suicide Squad came out in 2016, or as I call it, the graveyard for DC movies. Was directed by David Ayer and stars Will Smith, Margot Robbie, Viola Davis, Joel Kinnaman, and Jared Leto. So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the movie, talking about what's good, definitely talking about what's bad. Then we're reviewing the Blu-ray right here, the extended cut, so let's just jump into it. Now I just want to start off by saying I just love the concept of the Suicide Squad in general. In the comic books, I just love it all. It's just villains being forced to do good and they can die at any moment. And I am very excited for James Gunn's The Suicide Squad because I believe he is definitely going to take that into account with some of the more obscure characters that he's thrown in there, like Javelin and Blackguard and Weasel and Ratcatcher 2. I have a feeling that they're all just going to be tossed out the door. I'm just going to give my thoughts on it all right now. I liked the behind the scenes trailer that they played. I liked all the little sneak peeks that they did. I like seeing I love the costumes. I love the roll call trailer. It just gets me excited. I love all the characters and the casting choices. But it's very unlikely that they're say 30 minutes into the movie they're going to kill off Peacemaker because it's John Cena. You can't just kill off John Cena like that. You just can't. So that's just my thoughts on the trailer. I think they're going to try and have some spontaneity with some of the minor characters. And probably one of the big ones is going to die at the end. But I'm fingers crossed that they will hold on to that don't get too attached and just subvert our expectations for real. So just want to put that out there. Now it's time to talk about this movie. I have grown a great disliking for it over time. Now let me talk about what I like about the movie. I like the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes are easily the best part of the movie because I just love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is just it's such a variety of songs that it works well in the beginning, despite the fact that the whole first 20 minutes is just a big exposition dump on the characters since you don't actually have actual character development. I don't like the scene with Will Smith and his daughter getting attacked by Batman because it just proves that they really messed up Batman in the DCEU because Batman's supposed to save people, and you shouldn't have a scene where a little girl is like, "Please, Batman, don't kill my dad." You shouldn't do that. That's just not him. That's not right. That could just be my own personal opinion, but this is my channel, so therefore I'm right and you're wrong. And as I just said earlier, this is a movie with Will Smith. As usual, he is one of the best parts of the movie. I liked him as Deadshot. I thought that was a good casting choice. I just wish he wore that mask more, because it started to feel like it's Will Smith as Deadshot instead of Deadshot just in general. I love Deadshot. He's one of my favorite Batman villains. He's just one of my favorite villains in general. And I wish he just had just got to put on that mask more. But I like Will Smith. I like Margot Robbie in this movie. She is the perfect choice for Harley Quinn. I think she nailed all the psychopath part. And I like Jai Courtney in this movie. I don't think anyone ever expected to say that, but Jai Courtney was good in a movie. Hope he's just as good in the Suicide Squad. I also like Viola Davis. I just like Viola Davis, but she is also... She would probably be... She was really... I think she was the main villain of the movie. She was evil.
That is just a mean lady.
She would have made a much better villain than the Enchantress and him. What's his name? Omaru? I don't know. Here's the name. Now let's talk about what I don't like. The rest of the Suicide Squad. They are bland. They are plain as paper. They are just villains and apparently heroes that you just, oh wow, they look cool. I look forward to learning about their character. And then they'll say a line and that's all you're going to get. I really, really don't like that. Another thing that's definitely a cliche to talk about is that I don't like Jared Leto's Joker. I think Jared Leto could have made a good Joker, but I think they went wrong with the design for the most part. I like the way he dresses, and I like his hair. I like his hair. And something that I honestly would have appreciated, just like to add on to the spontaneity of the Suicide Squad, is if he just straight up died in that helicopter crash. I think that would have been pretty funny. And he does have this line.
This bird is baked.
Oh, and you can't forget about that line.
I've got some grape soda on ice and a bearskin rug waiting.
Those are funny lines, but that's all he had to provide, and I hate the ending. I think that was just probably like the worst part to end on. You could have ended like on any other note, just not that one. The cinematography is also really, really, really bad. I couldn't make out anything that was happening, and I just don't like the story. I don't think the Suicide Squad should be going up against a witch. They should be trying like to take down the leader of a South American country or something. That's what they do. They go like to remote countries and take down government leaders. They don't fight witches. And so that's just my opinion. They shouldn't go up against that witch. Therefore, I hate the story. It's just wrong. It's not the Suicide Squad. And someone who I've just never liked in general is Joel Kinnaman. I don't like Joel Kinnaman. I don't like him in Suicide Squad. I didn't like him in RoboCop. I barely liked him in House of Cards. And I love House of Cards. That's one of my favorite shows of all time, and he was probably one of the weakest parts of the show. He had some good moments here and there, but I just didn't like him in that. RoboCop, I barely remember that, and I barely remember him in this. I am intrigued with the way that they're going to go with him in the Suicide Squad, because if you just compare their designs, they look oh so very different. So I'm looking forward to see what new spin they'll have on him. Hopefully it's good. I don't like Kitana. Rick Flag gives that one line, and that's all you need to know. I don't like Diablo. I don't like Killer Croc. I don't like any of them. I hate the villains. It's just not good. And I hate the tone. The tone is just, there is none. It just jumps back and forth. Sometimes it's a comedy, sometimes it's a dark, gritty superhero movie, and then it's too tonally inconsistent for me to enjoy. And also, as previously stated, I love the spontaneity of the Suicide Squad. Any of them could die at one time, and who dies in this movie? The Steven Seagal look-alike. You just kind of like, oh, I didn't get any flashy credits. I'm out of here. Oh, and of course, the other person that dies is a Latino. I take no offense in that. But race jokes aside, it was destined to happen. He was technically like the good guy of the group aside from them, and so he had to go. There was no chance. They could. Something I would have liked is if when Croc was throwing the bomb on like the sewers, if he like killed himself to like detonate the bomb instead of Little Nobody from Fast and Furious. Like, if he did it, I would have liked that. I would have liked Killer Croc more. I would have liked the movie just like a smidgen better. But they didn't. They went with him. Because why not? No one likes him and no one cares. So in the end, do I think The Suicide Squad is a good movie? No. It's a bad movie. Don't watch it. And after this, I hope they do good in The Suicide Squad. And I'm going to give Suicide Squad, the David Ayer version, a C-. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the Blu-ray. The film was just shot in a way that you're not going to be able to make out what's happening in some scenes. They're very dark, they're very muddy. That's just the film in general, and the Blu-ray doesn't really help with that. It sounds good. The Blu-ray sounds good. I have no problem with the audio. The audio was pretty good. But there's not really much to talk about that I didn't already mention, because it doesn't do anything to fix any of the problems with just the original release, with the way it looks like in theaters and all that. It doesn't do anything to fix that. It's not an upscale, because, you know, it's HD, and this was shot in HD. It wasn't shot on film, so you're not going to get the downgrade. So, but you're not going to get much of an upscale, because this isn't on 4K. Even though you don't get upscales on 4K from 2K, it doesn't look very good. It just looks too clean and shiny. So, this is probably the best version to own, in my opinion. for the visuals, and the audio is good, as previously stated. So on that front, it's just kind of bland. As for packaging, I like the poster, I like the trailers for the movies. I just think the marketing was very colorful, so they used one of those colorful posters on here, so I like that. It does indeed come with the digital code, and this, I don't know what this is, so don't want that. That's the code that I don't want you to see. And we got some nice artwork on the discs. We got like the Suicide Squad title card, we have the Bell Rev artwork, and the disc, there's a DVD. This is the DVD and this is the Blu-ray, and it's the extended cut, and by extended they mean they just decided not to put the deleted scenes feature and just put the deleted scenes in the movie, and you'll see why they were deleted, because they make no sense. Now for bonus features, we have Task Force X, One Team, One Mission, discover the rich legacy of DC's most infamous bad guys, that's not Suicide, that's Squad. Squad strength and skills, how they whip up themselves into shape, get into the inside story, so that'll be nice. Joker and Harley, the it couple of the underworld. She's rotten, he's damaged, you know. They're a match made in hell, so that's for sure. Chasing the Real. Writer-director David Ayer reveals techniques for creating the authentic, surreal world, plus gag reel and more. I like gag reels. Gag reels are fun. I don't think David Ayer's going to have much insight in the way his movie was made, since they totally chopped it to pieces in the editing room. Would I watch the Ayer cut? No, I wouldn't. So, there's that. I don't even want to watch the Snyder cut, but that's coming too, so yay. So in the end, if you like the Suicide Squad, get this version. You can opt for the 4K version, one of the steelbooks. I like this steelbook the best. That's the nice artwork. I like it. And you could go for that big box set of all the DCEU movies. There's gonna be more, so that's why I don't spring for the box sets until it's all done. So I'm gonna give the Blu-ray of Suicide Squad a 7 out of 10. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, share, subscribe, add to playlists, share with your families and friends. Did I say subscribe already? If I didn't, subscribe, do it again. Let's try and get to 50 as soon as possible. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.